Hey, man, welcome back.
Hi, Dan.
It's great to see you. Hopefully, you had a really wonderful spring break. Um, you got a chance to get outside and enjoy some of the beautiful weather that we had last week. Uh, really looking forward to you digging back in and hearing you progress from where we left off. We're changing a few things up this week. I think you're going to like it. It's going to give you a lot more choice on what you have to accomplish during the week. So you should already be seeing that now in this crazy looking document. You got the column that has things that you must do. So those are things like watching this video. When you're done, you'll click that box. And then the next thing is completing a warm up, whether you use the slides that I'm going to attach to the assignment in Google Classroom, or you have your own warm up, maybe from your lesson teacher that you do. That's fine. Just be sure to click the blue link that says warm up and click and fill out the Google form and explain what you're doing as your warm up. Um, just because I'm really curious to see what that is if you choose to go that route. Okay, so things that's going on. You have three columns: column A, column B, column C. You have to choose something from each column, and completing this assignment is what will count as your attendance check. And so in the past, we did a Google form each day, but that wasn't very efficient or effective. And so instead of you bouncing around different places, for you to be counted here, you have to have completed an assignment in A and B and C by the end of the week. And you just submit it to Monday or Wednesday, whichever place you decide to do it. So, like, let's say you complete this, the first exercise from the habits book on Tuesday, then you will just uh, submit that recording to the Monday assignment, and that will count for your Monday attendance check. Because I don't put attendance in until Saturday, just to give everyone a chance to complete assignments that they need to. I know with parents working from home in different situations, we can't always just do it the day things are assigned, or even within 48 hours of being assigned. So I give you till Saturday. Now I know that I have 175 times three assignments to grade and get feedback. And so if you wait until Saturday to get it all done or Friday to get it all done, that will significantly delay me being able to give you feedback. Uh, this is not just about a right note or right rhythm, check it off, get it done as quickly as possible. We're focusing on all the aspects of music: great tone, good articulation, exaggerated dynamics. You know, if you are playing an exercise or a song that has staccatos and accents and tenuto or legato marks, we should be able to hear a very distinct difference in all three of those. If there are dynamic changes, we should be able to hear all of those without a doubt. And if we can't, you will be doing it again. Just getting the right notes and the right rhythms won't cut it. That is not what we're aiming for. And so we have this extra time right now to be working on these and practicing. If you're setting aside the 80 minutes Monday and Wednesday for band to be working on, that's 80 minutes of time that you can work on those things and make it better. For my survey to some parents over spring break, I was finding out that for the majority of you, you feel like you're not being given enough work during the week, that you end up having a lot of extra time on your hands. And so hopefully this menu option will help alleviate some of that. And so you can kind of choose how much time you have to put into it. Some things to consider when you're doing that: if you go above and beyond, if you do maybe two things out of column A and one thing out of B and then the one thing out of column C, you can get extra credit for that week's assignments for going above and beyond. And so you will be rewarded for doing more than what's expected of you. The main thing that we're working on this week is our chair test. Most of you submitted the first 6 measures of that before spring break, and all that's been graded and feedback provided to you in Google Classroom. And so this week is doing all of the 6-8 section, not just what's left of it, but all of it from that exercise A. And that needs to be recorded with a metronome, submitted to the chair test assignment in Google Classroom that was given about 2.5 weeks ago now. And so make sure you put it on that assignment. Don't put it this week's assignment on Monday or Wednesday. I won't grade it. If I open it up and say that's the chair test, I'll contact you and ask you to put it in the correct place. So make sure you're being vigilant in where you're attaching that assignment. I'll have office hours this week. I'm going to be splitting them up compared to before break. I'm going to be doing a morning session and an afternoon session. So the morning is 9:30 until 10:15, and then the afternoon session is 1:30 until 2:15. Those will both be on Zoom. The information is in the Google Classroom assignment that you got this link from, and so you can check that out there. You can also just call in, and so if you have an issue with your computer connecting correctly, there's a phone number in our Google Calendar invite that you can just call in, enter the conference ID number, and just voice in with us. And so that's an option for you as well. Those will be going into high school band next year. This is just a final reminder that you need to make sure you're in that Google Classroom for BHS band. It's to make sure that you complete the ensemble placement audition. And that is not to get into band at BHS, but to make sure that you are in an ability appropriate leveled group. Don't put it off to the last minute and get put in a really low group and be bored out of your mind. But make sure that you are working on it so that you're in an ensemble that's equal to your ability, where you're challenged but not overwhelmed. That deadline is coming up in just a couple weeks. So I really want to encourage you to really dig into that. It's the rest of exercise A, which is part of our chair test. The tempo marking Mr. Hendricks mentioned was incorrect. I think on the top it says a quadrant equals 110, 120. And he answered a comment and corrected himself and said that the 6-8 section should be about 75 to 85 beats a minute. And then the 4-4 section should be a little bit slower than that. By about 10 beats per minute, because it's smoother and more lyrical. So just keep that in mind when you're working on those things as well. If you have any other questions outside my office hours, you're always welcome to comment on the classroom assignment or send me an email. If you read my email from today, you'll notice I also have a Google Voice number that you can call from between 8:30 and 3:30, and I'll answer that, or you can text it. It should go through straight to my cell phone, and we can converse that way as well. Just know that if it's outside those office hours, 9:30 to 10:15, 1:30 to 2:15, I might be a little bit slower to respond just because I'm working on grading or creating content for future lessons. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week. And if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.